Cleancode Talks. I, Gloria, along with my friend Charusheela, will be talking about the skill gap in coding industry and how employers are increasingly looking for coders with high range skills in programming languages, frameworks, software development, and good practices, and also how coders, should be up to date with the ever-changing landscape of technology.
That's true, and as that industry is evolving at a very dramatic speed, and it is very challenging and difficult for any coder to keep up with the trends and technology, and that's where the skill gap comes into picture.
Okay, so what do you think the employers look in for coders?
Most important thing is the specification of the role that the company is demanding, and the employers are usually looking for coders who have a very strong foundation and a strong basics of the programming fundamentals, such as the data structures and the algorithms used. Apart from that, they look for coders who are very proficient with the programming languages like Python or Java or any other programming language that is in demand in the market. And apart from that, being very understanding towards the data, how the data is managed, and how it is retrieved, how it is changed. Having a slight understanding of that also plays a very vital role.
So what is software development and good practices?
I think software development and good practices plays a very essential role in any company, because employers are actually looking for coders, who write very clean and neat code, as well as reusable, maintainable code, and they can be asset to the company. And also being a good team lead in the the company, trying to understand what is the requirement of the company and sticking to the rules, regulations, and these are certain best practices. And software development is another segment of developing the entire application and what are the needs that are required to develop that software. So, yeah.
Okay, so how does a coder fill the gap between the skills?
I think the best thing, usually I'll give you an example. Whenever a fresher has come out from, who has just graduated, I've seen a lot of them. What is taught in a traditional education differs a lot from what actually happens in the market. Because usually in college what happens is they teach you a programming language, they'll make you do a program, 4 to 5 programs on that particular, that's it. That's the only thing that happens. And later on, when you come into the industry, you realize that there is far more thing to it is not just about the 5 programs that you have learned. And you need to actually dig into the, you have to dive into the ocean when you actually go into the market. So first of all, trying to understand what is the latest trend in the market and figuring it out. If there is any company that you're aiming to get into, trying to understand the technologies that the company is using. And once you have shortlisted whatever skills that you need to possess, then attending workshops or seminars or meeting the people who are already in the industry and talking to them, how are the ways that you could learn. So I think enhancing the skills on your own plays a very crucial part in filling this skill gap.
I think another way of filling the bridge between the skill gap is making a portfolio of your projects.
Yeah.
I think it will help the potential employees to understand what they're good at, their experiences and their skills.
Exactly, because building your own projects, I think you can make a lot of mistakes.
Yeah.
And the more mistakes you make, the more you will learn. So I think it's totally any coder need to be flexible with whatever mistakes they're doing, and it's absolutely fine. Like, don't be hesitant, okay, I'm making so many mistakes. No, it's okay. The more errors you make and the more errors you solve, you become a good coder.
Okay.
So it's fine. You make your own projects, make your portfolio even stronger. So yeah.
Yeah, these are very good advices. And still, do you have any advice for coders, who are interested in filling this gap between them?
My biggest advice to any person who wants to step in is start as early as possible.
Yeah.
Because coding is a segment or a field that you just need to have a strong logic. So once you understand the logic, irrespective to any programming language, you can write it. So the logic remains same for any programming language. Only the pattern of writing the programming language or the syntax, like the syntax differs for Java, the syntax differs for C, C++, or Python. But at the end of the day, what you are aiming to create or what logic that you need remains the same in every programming language. So building logics, you don't need to have a traditional school for it. So building logics can be done by your own self, by understanding the concepts or something. So start as early as possible. So that's my biggest advice.
Yeah, with the speed that the technology is increasing, I think we have to start learning coding at a very early age. I think the day we are born or something.
You can do that. That's a good idea.
And thank you so much for today.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming and talking and giving advices to our young coders. And for our viewers, thank you so much for listening. If you have any queries, please comment in the section below, and do not forget to subscribe. Coding is something that you have to be persistent and patient in. If you're passionate for it, please go for it. It is going to be worth it. And thank you so much for listening. Thank you.
Thank you.